Good morning, America. Record-breaking cold for millions. The investigation into the Delta plane crash and the seal pup rescue you have to see. Arctic blast. Wind chills below zero as far south as Texas. As a new winter storm moves across the south. Snow falling in hard-hit Kentucky, wreaking havoc on roads with 100 million Americans on alert.
Google searches for "Is it safe to fly?" are spiking as investigators review this video to determine what caused the fiery plane crash in Toronto.
That was forward, right?
Plus, new footage of the chaos on board as we hear from another passenger.
Breaking overnight, President Trump falsely blamed Ukraine for starting the war with Russia, despite Putin's invasion 3 years ago. All the fallout this morning.
The roller coaster for some federal employees.
I was 3 days away from my due date on Friday when I got that termination letter. My paid maternity leave is off the table, and my health insurance is set to lapse at the end of this month.
And now the Trump administration reversing course, hiring back some federal employees that were laid off, including workers vital to the nation's bird flu response and managing our nuclear stockpile.
Not guilty.
Rapper A$AP Rocky acquitted in his assault trial, jumping into Rihanna's arms after the verdict. The reaction this morning.
Fiery rescue.
Get her out of there!
First responders rushing to save a woman trapped inside her car after a rollover crash on the highway. This morning, the officer who jumped into action.
She clung to me on the side of the road, and I just held her, and I just told her I had her.
Selena Gomez teams up with Gracie Abrams and the lost seal pup rescued in the streets of the city. Where the pup was found, how it was saved.
Live from Times Square, it's Wednesday. Good morning, America.
Well, Seal Pup just started Wednesday morning. Hope you all are doing well. We have a lot of news to get to, including the latest state to ban cell phones in schools. At least 8 states have enacted these bans. Now more are considering it.
Plus, Gio is standing by with the latest on the plane crash in Toronto. He'll be there for us in just a moment. We're going to have a reality check, though, on plane safety and concerns about flying with small children.
Big concerns there, but we begin with at least 20 states under snow and ice alerts from Louisiana to southern Delaware as this winter storm moves east. This morning, record cold temperatures are already being reported. Our Alex Perez in Louisville, as Kentucky is still dealing with the aftermath of deadly flooding. Good morning, Alex.
Hey, good morning, Michael. Yeah, it has been a difficult few days for so many here in Kentucky. I want you to take a look behind me here. You can see all of that water. They are still recovering from the weekend floods, and now all of this snow across the area, creating even more problems.
This morning, the latest winter storm wreaking havoc on the roads, with wrecks reported all across the heartland as the blast of Arctic air makes its way across the country, leaving states bracing for the deep chill. Freezing rain turning roadways into ice rinks in Oklahoma City, seen here with this Lowe's truck left spinning on the road.
It's starting to slide.
Frozen debris catching one driver by surprise along Route 78 in Pennsylvania. A chunk of ice flying off of a tractor trailer and punching through this man's windshield. And this snowplow clipped by a semi that authorities say later ended up crashing into a barrier wall. Officials in North Carolina declaring a state of emergency.
Our greatest concerns are potential power outages and road safety.
The Midwest bunkering down for the bitter cold.
The cold weather tonight will be impossible.
And snow slamming Kentucky overnight, the state already reeling from flash flooding that left at least 14 dead and neighborhoods submerged in icy waters.
And officials say they are working to make sure those who need a warm place to stay are able to find that shelter. Temperatures are expected to rebound just a little bit as we head into the weekend. George?
Thanks very much. Let's go to Ginger right now. I see my daughter down in Nashville's getting snow.
She is. So stay off the roads if you can. Give it a little time because it's ending in Nashville. Memphis had slick roads overnight as well. So much of I-40 would have this, as well as all of the side roads. There are some schools that are closed in the region. And then we still have warnings up from Norfolk and Hampton Bay, Newport News, down to just north and east of Raleigh. And that's where the heaviest snow today is going to fall. But there will be ice concerns on the southern side of it. That's going to come through the afternoon and evening. That we stop the clock there, 8:30 p.m. Most of that leaves. There's kind of little puffs of snow behind us on Thursday. We may even get just a little dusting here, but the majority of the big storm gone by Thursday. Then it's about the cold. And we're not talking about just cold, but daily record lows falling already this morning from Oklahoma City. They just broke it. Wichita, Amarillo, Rapid City, and Billings. But those cold weather alerts go all the way down into Texas because this is today. Tomorrow, Baton Rouge could be breaking records. We don't warm up until next week, but we do warm up.
Yeah, we do. Eventually.
Yeah.
Keep hope alive. All right, Ginger, thanks as always. We have the latest now on the investigation into the plane crash in Toronto. Investigators are reviewing video of the moment the jet touched down, erupted in flames before ending up on its back. Transportation correspondent Gio Benitez is in Toronto with the latest details for us. Good morning to you, Gio.
Hey, Robin, good morning to you. Yeah, that piece of video is absolutely critical because it shows in very clear detail how that crash actually happened with everyone on board surviving. This morning, investigators poring over this video trying to determine what caused Delta Flight 4819 to flip over on the runway at Toronto Pearson International Airport. The plane from Minneapolis with 80 people on board seen approaching the runway when the landing gear appears to collapse. The right wing striking the ground, sparking flames, the plane rolling over on its side, then on its back, sliding down the runway as a massive plume of smoke fills the air.
To see it actually visually unfold in front of you, to see the right wing down a little bit, which is characteristic of going into a crosswind landing, and then suddenly the gear strut on the right side separating from the airplane the way it did, answers a lot of the questions that the boards are going to be asking.
ABC News obtaining this new footage showing the chaos inside the plane as passengers tried to evacuate.
That way's forward, right?
The seats upside down, the flight attendant at the end of the aisle standing on the ceiling.
Leave everything. Let's go.
Some seen walking between luggage compartments, making their way out of the plane. Passenger Brian Erickson says it all happened in an instant.
Then all of a sudden, the plane started listing and turning to the right. I was hanging definitely by the seatbelt. I was sitting next to this nice lady. She started praying as loud as she could.
The plane's charred fuselage now sitting frozen on the runway for examination. Officials pointing to the weather as a possible factor in the crash.
On Thursday and Sunday, we got more than 20 inches, 50 centimeters of accumulated snow. That is actually not typical.
Hours before the crash, the airport tweeting, "The snow has stopped coming down, but frigid temperatures and high winds are moving in. Our airfield team has continued their work throughout the night to clear critical areas so planes can safely arrive and depart." At the time of the crash, winds gusting up to 40 miles per hour.
Why is going to take a lot of time. Why may include the fact that the turbulence was so bad that that there was a point in time in which they went from maybe a 30 knot or 40 knot wind to nothing.
At least 21 people injured, including a child who was taken to the hospital. Patients treated for various injuries, including back sprains, head injuries, and nausea. But miraculously, all 76 passengers and 4 crew members survived. And we've also learned this morning that the black boxes have been recovered, and that's going to give investigators some key information. But without a doubt, the fact that the pilots all survived, that's critical too, because investigators will be able to talk to them about what they felt inside that plane. Michael?
Yeah, that's definitely helpful there, Gio. I'm glad everybody will be okay. All right, thank you for that. We're going to go now to Pope Francis's health. The Vatican now says the 88-year-old had developed pneumonia in both lungs, and they're canceling events as he remains hospitalized. Chief International Correspondent James Longman is at the Vatican for us this morning. Good morning, James.
Yeah, good morning, Michael. Pope Francis has now spent a 5th night in the hospital, but he's now dealing with a much more serious condition, pneumonia in both lungs, and all his appearances cancelled until at least through the weekend.
This morning, mounting concerns as Pope Francis battles pneumonia. The Vatican says the 88-year-old now has bilateral pneumonia, which is an infection in both lungs, and he needs additional drug therapy.
Some of these findings in this report, I'll have to be honest, are worrisome. If you can imagine, as the pneumonia spreads, it becomes more difficult to treat.
concern because of his age and history of lung complaints. As a young man, he had part of a lung removed because of a respiratory infection.
He was already being treated for bronchitis, delegating others to preside over events in his stead. Now his calendar has been cleared through Sunday as he's prescribed complete rest.
In the coming days, the most important factors that the medical team managing the Pope will be paying attention to are, number one, how is he responding to treatment?
Father James Martin, who's met with the Pope multiple times, recalls how even in sickness, the Pope encourages others.
It is amazing to me that even with a walker and a bad knee and a wheelchair, and sometimes when he's sick and not feeling well and tired, that he always has a kind word for people.
And despite these latest results, the Vatican says Pope Francis is in good spirits.
And on those good spirits, we're told by a Vatican source that he is spending at least part of the day in an armchair. So that means that he's not totally bedridden. He's also up in the morning having breakfast and reading. So that is some good news, but he's likely to be in the hospital for some time yet. Robin?
Of course, we're praying for a full recovery there, James. Thank you. Now to the war in Ukraine. Following a meeting of top U.S. and Russian officials, President Trump said, quote, Ukraine should never have started it, even though it was Russia that launched a full-scale invasion of Ukraine 3 years ago. Our chief foreign correspondent, Ian Pannell, is tracking the latest from Kyiv. Good morning, Ian.
Yeah, good morning, Robin. I mean, that's right. President Trump angering Ukraine and European allies, falsely saying that Ukraine started this war when, as you say, it was in fact Russia. Without evidence, he also claimed it could have been settled easily without the loss of so many lives and so much land. Almost at the same time as he was speaking, Russia was again bombing, this time the city of Odessa, targeting energy plants and a children's hospital, leaving about 250,000 people without power amid freezing conditions here. Trump also claiming that President Zelensky's approval ratings are just 4%, without offering any evidence. Zelensky, speaking just a moment ago, rebutting this, now pointing to polls suggesting they are in fact well over 50%, suggesting that actually the numbers used by President Trump are Kremlin propaganda. Putin, of course, remember, wants to replace Zelensky with a pro-Russian puppet. Ukraine insisting it needs real security guarantees to prevent another war here. Many, though, are seething with anger after Trump's remarks and that warm meeting between Russian and American officials, to which, of course, Ukraine wasn't invited. This morning, the administration's special envoy, General Kellogg, arriving in Kyiv for what looks set to be tough talks. George?
And Ian, it's really hard to overstate how stunning this blaming Ukraine for the invasion is.
Yeah, really. I mean, it's shocked many people. Actually, President Zelensky was very cool and calm about it this morning. But we're seeing, I think, in a much broader sense, a shifting sense of alliances. This post-Cold War order, which we all kind of took for granted, where America was closely allied with Europe, would stand against Russia, doesn't seem to be there anymore.
Sure
George?
Doesn't. Okay, and thanks very much. We're going to turn now to President Trump and Elon Musk's latest moves to reduce the federal workforce. Some of the workers who had been the victim of the mass layoffs are now being rehired. Senior political correspondent Rachel Scott tracking the story from Mar-a-Lago. Good morning, Rachel.
George, good morning to you. And we know these federal agencies are moving quickly with the orders from the administration for mass cuts and firings, so much so that the administration this morning is acknowledging that some workers were let go by mistake.
This morning, as the Trump administration works at a breakneck pace to shrink the federal workforce, ABC News learning mistakes are being made. Food safety and inspection officers for the Department of Agriculture, vital to the nation's bird flu response, fired over the weekend, just as the outbreak intensifies in the U.S., driving up egg prices. But a spokesperson says those workers are now being swiftly hired back. And that's not the only agency to reverse course. Hundreds of workers at the National Nuclear Security Administration fired, then nearly all rehired days later. Sources say some officials were unaware the agency is responsible for managing the nation's nuclear stockpile. The president says he has no concerns about how that was handled.
In some cases, they'll fire people and then they'll put some people back, not all of them, because a lot of people were let go.
Thousands of workers fired at the Department of Health and Human Services, where the new secretary, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., plans to investigate the childhood vaccine schedule, even after he promised to support it in his confirmation hearing.
I promise to listen to all the stakeholders, all the parties to the conversation, including the ones, especially the ones with whom I've disagreed in the past. I promise to keep an open mind.
But the head of the FDA's food division, under Kennedy, is stepping down. Jim Jones saying the firings at the agency demonstrate the Trump administration's disdain for the very people necessary to implement the department's agenda of improving the health of Americans. Sources say among those fired, staff working on nutrition and food safety, reviewing potentially unsafe food ingredients. Top officials at the Social Security Administration and Treasury Department resigning too, after Elon Musk's staff demanded access to sensitive information about millions of Americans. A federal judge yesterday refused to immediately block Doge from accessing government data systems. The judge saying there are legitimate questions about what appears to be the unchecked authority of an unelected individual, but said the states who sued failed to show how Doge poses irreparable harm. Democrats and critics insisting there's no oversight.
Do you think that Elon Musk is staying up night just worrying about excessive spending in the CDC? I don't think so.
For federal workers like Justine Ballou, who worked for the Department of Agriculture, the last several days have been a complete roller coaster.
I was 3 days away from my due date on Friday when I got that termination letter. And I had my baby yesterday, right on time. And but no, my paid maternity leave is off the table, and my health insurance is set to lapse at the end of this month.
So adding to all this confusion, we have spoken to some federal workers who opted in for the federal buyout program to resign and be paid through September, but then they were fired anyway. They told us they are now receiving conflicting information from both the administration and their direct managers about whether they still have a job, Michael.
Yeah, Rachel, I think it's confusing for everyone. All right, thank you so much. We appreciate you. We're going to turn now to the first responders rushing to save a woman trapped inside her car after a rollover crash on the highway. Well, Lara is here with the remarkable story. And good morning, Lara.
Yeah, it was a really scary scene, Michael, on a highway in Mesa, Arizona on Tuesday when a cement mixer rear-ended a pickup truck, causing it to catch fire. But that's when bystanders jumped into action.
Get out!
This morning, a daring rescue caught on camera.
Get her out of there!
An Arizona police officer witnessing a fiery rollover crash on the highway. Several bystanders springing into action, rushing to save a woman trapped inside as the vehicle becomes engulfed in flames.
Here, get out of the way, get out of the way!
The thought of a human life perishing by flame, it's just, I was just like, I'm not gonna let this happen.
Officer Brian Larison using his baton to break the window.
Get her out of there!
An off-duty firefighter also helping to get the woman out, pulling her to safety.
Okay, relax. We got you. Anybody else in there?
She clung to me on the side of the road, and I just held her, and I just told her I had her.
Wow, 7 vehicles were involved in that crash. The woman in that video taken to the hospital. Thankfully, she was okay with just moderate injuries. So hard to imagine looking at that video.
It sure is.
Hard to relax, as he said, but she's fine.
Good.
Thank you, Lara. Coming up, rapper found not guilty in his assault trial. See him celebrating there with Rihanna. We're going to have all the reaction to the case this morning.
And Janae Norman is here with the latest on the investigation into criminals targeting homes of top athletes. Good morning, Janae.
Good morning, Robin. Yeah, new charges are filed in what authorities are calling a criminal enterprise. I'll tell you the star athletes who investigators say are victims coming up.
All right, and a reality check on airline passenger safety and what people need to consider if they're flying with young children. Coming up, the runaway baby seal. It is our play of the day. You don't want to miss it, and we will be right back.
Little music for you on this Wednesday morning. Selena Gomez making headlines this morning. Lara will have details of her joining a rising star and someone you know and love, Gracie Abrams. That's coming up in Pop News, along with our road to the Oscars. We're going to see who's going to be joining Hollywood's biggest night.
I just got a text from my daughter, Ellie. She's very excited about this collaboration. First, the new at 7:30. Hundreds of people were evacuated from their homes near Philadelphia following a fire at a manufacturing warehouse. Hazmat teams are monitoring the air and groundwater for possible hazardous materials. Company says the fire likely started in an electrical transformer inside the building. No one was injured. Also, New York Governor Kathy Hochul met with civic and political leaders Tuesday as she considers removing Mayor Eric Adams from office. The Trump administration recently moved to drop corruption charges against Adams, which led to the resignation of several federal prosecutors. And on Monday, 4 New York deputy mayors announced plans to resign over this as well.
The family of one of the 67 people killed in a collision between a passenger plane and an Army helicopter in Washington last month has filed the first legal claims against the federal government. One claim against the FAA and one against the Army. Each seek $250 million in damages and were filed on behalf of a Connecticut mother of 3 whose husband was killed in the crash. The cause has not been determined. In a historic find in Egypt, the first royal tomb unearthed in more than 100 years. The tomb dates back to the 15th century BC and was found near the famous Valley of the Kings. Egypt says it is the last of the lost royal tombs from ancient Egypt's 18th dynasty.
Ooh, wow. Find, yeah. We're going to turn now to the verdict in the A$AP Rocky trial. The rapper was found not guilty of firing a gun at a former friend. Eva Pilgrim here with the details. Good morning, Eva.
Good morning, George. A$AP Rocky has said all along that he was innocent, even turning down a plea deal for almost no jail time, going to trial instead. Now a jury finding him not guilty.
We, the jury in the above entitled action, find the defendant, Rakeem Mayers, not guilty.
Overnight, a major legal victory for Grammy-nominated rapper and longtime partner of Rihanna, A$AP Rocky. A jury finding Rocky, whose legal name is Rakeem Mayers, not guilty of all charges stemming from a 2021 shooting involving his former friend and collaborator, A$AP Rocky. The jury taking less than 6 hours to reach their verdict.
This whole experience has been crazy for the past 4 years, but I'm thankful. Nonetheless, I'm thankful, and we're blessed to be here right now, to be a free man talking to y'all. Thank you. All praise due to God.
The courtroom erupting with cheers. Rocky, clearly overcome with emotion, hugging his legal team, and then immediately rushing over to his family, including Rihanna. The entertainment mogul and mother of their 2 young kids has been a constant presence supporting him throughout the 3-week trial. Rihanna posting to Instagram after the verdict, "The glory belongs to God and God alone. Thankful, humbled by his mercy." The Harlem-bred hip-hop star faced up to 24 years behind bars. This morning, his attorneys saying the jury got it right.
I'm just happy the jury came to the right conclusion swiftly.
In a statement to ABC News following the verdict, the district attorney's office saying in part, "We respect the jury's decision and the integrity of our justice system," adding, "Fame does not place anyone above the law, and we will not waver in our pursuit of justice for victims and the community." And you have to remember, in this case, they never confirmed, they never found the gun that was allegedly involved in the shooting. That clearly a question for a lot of these jurors. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for that, Eva. We're going to turn now to federal prosecutors in Tampa charging 7 people in connection to break-ins at the homes of pro athletes, including Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes. Janae Norman is here now with more. Good morning, Janae.
Hey, Michael. Good morning. Yeah, the federal prosecutors in Tampa say that these 7 people are members of a South American theft group now charged with transporting stolen property from, as you said, the homes of star athletes like Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and other stars like Cincinnati Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow.
This morning, this is the picture prosecutors say shows at least 3 of the 7 alleged members of a South American crime ring posing with a safe and jewelry shortly after the November robbery at Milwaukee Bucks player Bobby Portis's home.
And they took most of my prized possessions.
Prosecutors have now charged these men as part of an alleged criminal enterprise accused of transporting stolen goods from the homes of high-profile athletes, including Kansas City Chiefs stars Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce and Cincinnati Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow.
Burrow, sideline, chase, spin, touchdown Bengals!
Someone is trying to break into the house right now. My daughter is there. This is Joe Burrow's house.
According to the complaint, the burglars had a clear and consistent MO, identifying a target based on publicly available schedules showing where the athletes would be, entering homes either through broken windows or by using a crowbar to pry open a sliding door, and once inside, helping themselves to high-value items like watches, jewelry, and designer goods.
It's frustrating. It's disappointing. But I can't get into too many of the details because the investigation is still ongoing.
Then, the first break in the case a month ago when Ohio State Highway Patrol officers apprehended 4 Chilean nationals.
Where are you guys headed to today, sir? Orlando? Wrong way. Florida's that way.
Inside their car, officers finding a shirt from LSU, where Burrow starred in college, and a Bengals hat, both believed to have been taken from the star player's home. Police say all of the men were in the country illegally.
they come into the country, they use alias names, they many times will bring false passports with them to go open bank accounts. And once they can do that, whatever they can turn stolen goods into cash, they then wire the money back to their homeland, and then they leave.
Just 2 weeks ago, more arrests after the FBI charged the owners of a pawn shop in Manhattan's Diamond District with selling some of the stolen goods.
So that makes 3 major arrests in this case in the last 6 weeks. This was obviously a very complex operation, but the 7 men in Tampa have all been charged with conspiracy to commit interstate transportation of stolen property. If convicted, guys, they could face a maximum of up to 10 years in prison. But incredibly complex operation that they were running. So much information they were getting about these athletes to know that they weren't home to then go and break in, allegedly.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, Janae. Now, with a reality check on plane safety after that series of recent crashes have raised concerns about flying. Have you seen this? Google searches for, is it safe to fly, spiking since the incidents. Gio joins us again, along with ABC contributor and aviation expert Steve Ganyard. And Gio, let me start with you, because that plane that crashed in Toronto was a CRJ 900. A regional jet, as you know, and many people are asking, these smaller passenger planes, do they have more difficulty in rough weather?
So, Robin, some experts believe that a CRJ, because it's a lighter plane, that it's a little more difficult to maneuver in windy conditions. Now, I got to tell you, I flew in on a regional jet, and I can tell you I felt the wind, and I went up to the pilot after, and I said, boy, that must have been a really rough landing for you. And he says, oh, no, I do this all the time. So it really is all relative, because they do have exceptional training, Robin.
And as Robin said, smaller plane with less fuel. The crash happened upon landing instead of takeoff. How did those factors play a role in the outcome to this?
So in theory, right, when you're starting the flight, you have a lot more fuel on a plane than when you're ending the flight. So in theory, when you would think about it, there's a bigger risk there of a fire happening, or a more dangerous fire. But I got to tell you that by the time this plane landed, it still had a lot of fuel on board, because obviously it has to take into account if it has to circle the airport and fly around or even divert. So there was still plenty of fuel on board. There's a lot of different factors here. So anytime there's an accident with any fuel, it's very dangerous.
And Steve, what do we expect to learn from the black boxes?
Yeah, George, something went wrong in the last 10 seconds of this flight. We have data that shows that a 1,000 feet per minute descent rate had built up just prior to touchdown. That's about almost twice as what it should have been just prior to touching down. So they're going to want to look at, why did the airplane develop this high rate of sink? Because as you see in this amazing video, that hard hit on the right landing gear caused the right landing gear to fail, created that fire, and began the roll of the airplane as it went down the runway.
And Steve, we've been talking to you, and you know that there has been a lot of concern about flying. In fact, that Google search spiking, people asking, is it safe to fly? But still, you insist, and others, and that's saying that still that it is one of the safest modes of transportation. How can you continue to let people know that?
To say that, yeah. I know, Robin. This and people get nervous. You know, we talked about this yesterday. I've got family members who are nervous flyers. Nobody likes to see this, but statistically, sometimes these things happen in groups. And I think that if we go back and we think of the statistics, per mile, flying is 2,000 times safer than driving in your car. You would have to fly over every day for 100,000 years to be in a fatal mishap. So statistically, I'm not guaranteeing it, but statistically, we should be in for a long, long period before we ever have to talk about another mishap in aviation.
Well, we sure hope that is the case there, Steve. And Gio, we know a child was injured. We don't quite know the circumstances yet. But what should people consider, and what do they need to know if they're going to travel with young children?
Well, you know, this is the thing, Michael, because, you know, children under 2 fly for free on the lap, right? And so a lot of parents, they like that. They like to be able to hold their child on the lap. But it's just terrifying to think about. If you think about this crash and what happened, I don't care how strong you are, you would not be able to hold your child in a crash like this. And so it's awful to think of what could have happened to a lap child in this case. But that's something that safety advocates have been pushing for and saying, no, children need, at all ages, their separate seat. Now, there are FAA-approved car seats that you can bring bring on a plane. The problem is that costs money, right? Because you have to pay for the seat, but you might be able to ask the airline if there's an empty seat next to you.
All right, Gio, thank you for that. Some great advice. Colonel Steve Ganyard, thank you as well. Now with our play of the day in the rise of a celebrity.
Oh, wow.
Bad. Lara is here with the story.
Well done, well done. We're going to give a new take on a classic question, and that is, why did the baby seal cross the road? It is what many people are wondering after this baby gray seal was discovered in the most unlikely of places on the streets of snowy New Haven, Connecticut. He had first been spotted over the weekend near an oyster bar. At least he has good taste. Officials moved the little guy to the beach a few miles away, but he returned to the shops the next day. The police department saying, we assumed he was here to try the clam pie. They have really good clam pizza in New Haven. That was his joke. I fully get it. But they can't confirm that. And animal rescue techs said that the seal probably just got disoriented. They did grow concern, though, that it was putting itself in a dangerous position. So he was sent to the Mystic Aquarium, where they do such a terrific job caring for the pup. He's now being treated with fluid therapy. He will next take on fish school. They say he'll be taught how to hunt and eat fish daily so that he can learn to fend for himself in his natural habitat rather than the local oyster bar. The goal is to get him back in the ocean in a few months. He's doing just fine.
And we have no idea how he got there in the first place?
I mean, it's a coastal town, as you know.
Right.
But yeah, it is a bit of a mystery. And the fact that he went back was a little troublesome, but he's doing just fine.
That's the main part.
Yep.
Yeah, did he get the pizza?
Well, I'll look into the follow-up story coming.
You know how she loves follow-ups. Hey, coming up, breaking at 8, we got the cell phone ban that is taking effect for one of the nation's biggest school districts and the other states that are considering it. And if you need some more shut-eye, and who doesn't, we're revealing the winners of the Real Simple Sleep Awards. We're talking pillows, alarm clocks, everything to help you get a better night's sleep. Come on back. Good morning, America. It's 8 a.m. Arctic blast. Wind chills below zero as far south as Texas as a new winter storm moves across the south. Snow falling in hard-hit Kentucky, wreaking havoc on roads with 100 million Americans on alert.
This girl is on fire.
Nearly 5 years after Naya Rivera's mysterious drowning, the Glee star's ex-husband sitting down for his first TV interview. What he's revealing about that day and how their son is doing.
New overnight. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds file an amended version of their complaint, what it says. And did other women on set raise concerns about It Ends With Us director Justin Baldoni?
And he's crashing back onto the scene.
How did you just do that? I'm a really good lawyer.
Charlie Cox is here live in Times Square to talk about the superhero's return, as he said.
Good morning, America.
Live from Times Square, it's Wednesday. Good morning, America.
We do say good morning, America. If you're just a little bleary-eyed this morning because you didn't get enough shut-eye, you're in the right place. The Real Simple editor-in-chief is here with the Smart Sleep Awards. Everything from pillows to mattress toppers to help you sleep. That is coming up.
I'll be paying attention to that. And just ahead, we have the latest on the concerning new outbreak of measles in one state and what you need to know to help protect your kids.
Yeah, it's really spreading in Texas. First look at the top stories breaking at 8. We start with at least 20 states under snow and ice alerts from Louisiana to southern Delaware as this winter storm moves east. This morning, record cold temperatures already being reported. Of course, Ginger's tracking it. Good morning, Ginger.
Hey, good morning. The roads, George, around Oklahoma City for the last 24 hours have been a wreck, a literal wreck. There have been many of them. And still some schools are closed or on virtual learning because got a lot of cold air holding on to any of that freezing rain or glaze. And the blowing snow has been a problem through parts of Kansas. Memphis, Tennessee had the snow overnight. Nashville had it overnight. But this thing is cooking east. So it's already in West Virginia, Virginia, and North Carolina, right along Appalachia there. It'll kind of wrap up and give a bit more snow to, say, Newport News or Hampton Bays in Virginia, down to the northeast of Raleigh. That's where the heaviest snow will fall, but there will be some icing to the south there. So I know they've got emergencies in place and getting ready. A little dusting of snow for us tomorrow, but it's nothing because most of the bulk of that storm is gone by Thursday. Now this morning, we're already seeing records fall from Oklahoma City to Amarillo. Wichita broke one this morning, as did Rapid City at 25 below zero for an actual temperature. But this is nothing compared to what comes tomorrow and the next day. and then a warm-up. I've got it all coming up, George.
Okay, Ginger. We're going to turn to the story now. Students are returning to class after the holiday with a major new rule in place: no cell phones in classrooms. Jacqueline Lee has the latest from Los Angeles, where the ban went into effect on Tuesday. Good morning, Jacqueline.
Hey, George, good morning. The LA Unified School District has officially completed one full day of that cell phone ban in classrooms. And yes, the ban includes smart watches and glasses. Individual schools can choose to have students lock up phones in special containers or store them in their backpacks. And these phones, they have to be off throughout the entire school day, including during lunch. This ban passed last June by the school district board. Supporters say the point is to combat cyberbullying, and it promotes focus and concentration in the classroom. However, some parents, they are very critical of this ban and say they want their children to have access to phones in case of an emergency, pointing to school shootings as an example. California is the latest state to jump on the no phone bandwagon, joining parts of Florida, Indiana, and Ohio. At least 8 states have enacted these phone bans over the last 2 years. Additional states like New Hampshire, Iowa, and even New York are also considering it. New York Governor Kathy Hochul unveiling a cell phone ban proposal last month as part of a $13 million initiative. Robin.
All right, Jacqueline, our thanks to you. Now to the measles outbreak in West Texas. Officials say 10 new cases have been reported since Friday, bringing the total to 58. Stephanie Ramos is here with more on this. Good morning, Stephanie.
Good morning, Robin. Good morning, everyone. This outbreak continues to spread, as you said, in West Texas, specifically Gaines County, and most of those affected are children. State health officials are warning there could be more cases. Measles, keep in mind, is one of the most contagious diseases and includes symptoms like fever, cough, runny nose, and rash. But serious complications, especially for kids under 5, are possible. Think pneumonia or even brain swelling. So far, guys, 13 people have been hospitalized, most of those cases involving people who are not vaccinated or their vaccination status is unknown. And that's key because experts say the more unvaccinated people in a community, the higher the risk for everyone, even for those who are vaccinated. More virus circulating can mean breakthrough infections, and the best protection is vaccination. 2 doses of the measles vaccine are 97% effective, and that's why the CDC and Texas health officials are working to get more people protected, especially young kids, and they're really trying to contain this outbreak. And this is the largest outbreak in the state of Texas in 30 years.
Yeah, this has seemed to be eradicated for so long.
Oh, exactly. Back in 2000, the health officials thought it was eliminated from the country, and now it's back. We're seeing this outbreak.
Oh, boy. All right. Thank you so much for that, Stephanie. Appreciate it. And we're going to turn now to the latest overnight on the It Ends With Us lawsuits that don't seem to end. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds filed an amended version of their complaint. Eva Pilgrim has the details, including claims that other women on set raised concerns about Justin Baldoni.
Good morning again, Michael, and you're right, it continues. Blake Lively this morning is saying she wasn't the only woman complaining about Justin Baldoni's behavior on the set of It Ends With Us. In a new amended complaint and the ongoing legal battle, Lively's legal team saying the experiences of Ms. Lively and others were documented at the time they occurred, starting in May of 2023. Going on to write, Mr. Baldoni acknowledged the complaints in writing at the time. The filing alleged conversations with another female cast member about how uncomfortable they were both feeling. Her legal team alleging this all happened a year before Lively got involved in the editorial process. Lively's attorney accusing Baldoni and other defendants of creating a false narrative that crumbles under the indisputable truth. They are now also suing him for alleged defamation. Now, this all started in December when Lively filed a lawsuit alleging that Baldoni sexually harassed her on set and orchestrated a smear campaign against her. Baldoni countersuing Lively, her husband Ryan Reynolds, and their publicist for $400 million, alleging the couple sought to hijack his movie and defame and extort him. I am certain it will continue to go on, George.
It will. Okay, Eva, thanks very much. Coming up in our GMA morning menu, late Glee star Naya Rivera's ex shares his memories of her, how their son is doing, in his first TV interview since her death nearly 5 years ago.
Also ahead, we're on the road to the Oscars. Who will join Robert Downey Jr., Davine Joy Randolph, Emma Stone, and Cillian Murphy on Hollywood's biggest night?
Plus, Charlie Cox is here to tell us about suiting up again as Daredevil. And Lara's upstairs with Tori Johnson. Hey, Lara.
And rev up your engines, Michael, because this Deals and Steals is all about car solutions, really smart, simple, handy gadgets that will save you on the road, starting at less than $5. The seat gap filler is genius, and that's just the tip of the iceberg on GMA.
We are back now with our GMA cover story. It's been nearly 5 years since Glee star Naya Rivera tragically drowned, and now her ex-husband is speaking in a TV interview for the first time since her death. Matt Gutman sat down with actor Ryan Dorsey. Good morning, Matt.
Hey, good morning, Michael. For 5 years, Ryan Dorsey didn't say much about Naya's death because it was so shocking, because it hurt too much, and because he was so busy trying to raise their son, who was just 4 years old when she drowned. Now he's opening up about the drowning, the grief, and moving forward.
Naya Rivera was a massive presence on the hit Glee. A triple threat dancer, actor, and singer. And for her ex and the son they shared, the vacuum Rivera leaves behind 5 years after her mysterious drowning is just as massive.
What made you decide to talk about this now?
I had a friend who told me she thought I should write a book. And I said, what am I going to write a book about? And she's like, no, I think you could help people like with bereavement or like dealing with loss.
Actor Ryan Dorsey, her ex, breaking his silence for the first time since Naya slipped beneath the waves in a California lake in 2020, leaving her son Josie alone on a small fishing boat. He was just 4 years old.
What did they tell you at first that had happened?
He just said Naya took Josie on a boat fishing. Josie's okay, but they can't find Naya. I just like collapsed, and I was trying to make sense of what happened. Was, you know, my brain just wasn't working well.
Dorsey rushing to be with their son. Josie had told rescuers that his mother had managed to get him onto the boat before disappearing into the choppy water.
And I said, I came to be with you, and you know, he said, I have some bad news. You know, they can't find mommy. I said, I know, buddy. And I just remember him saying, I hope they find her, but I think she might be dead.
And for 5 grueling days, rescue teams searched for Naya.
In those nights of grieving, did you ever wonder what had happened?
She wanted to take him fishing on a boat, and I said, all right, cool, let's do it. I didn't answer, and she was like, I'll just do it myself.
She wanted to go with you.
Yeah, we were supposed to both go. But you wonder, like, had I gone, I would have probably done the same thing. We would all jumped in. I mean, part of me thinks I would have been able to save the day. And then part of me thinks if something crazy happened, like with undercurrents, maybe we both would have made it out. And then Josie's, you know, doesn't have 2 parents.
Dorsey and Rivera were married in 2014. Their son was born the next year, but the couple drifted apart. Still, they managed to co-parent Josie.
Can Josie sing?
He sings a little bit. He's still figuring it out. He's doing piano, and I got him doing violin. I tell him, I said, look, here's the thing. Your mom would definitely have you playing. And I said, she's always watching you.
Does he think about that his mom is watching him, that she's still present in his life somehow?
Yeah, he does. He'll say, yeah, but she's not here. And it just breaks your heart for him.
Naya's mother calling Josie a boy version of Naya.
I'm grateful that he has memories of his mom still. And luckily his mother was on television, so she's going to live forever.
Dorsey also told me that he is thinking about writing that book about going from West Virginia and getting into Hollywood, about falling in love with Naya, about losing her, and about grief. At the very least, he said it'll be something he can put on paper for him and for Josie, who is now almost 10. Guys.
Yeah, I mean, what a story. Gone too soon, but definitely hopefully he can write that book and have some healing. Thank you so much for that, Matt. Let's change the energy here And time for pop news, Lara.
Yes,
what you got?
Michael, let's do it. We're going to begin with some television news this morning. Fans have checked into The White Lotus for season 3 in a big way. The buzzy vacation drama by Mike White debuted Sunday, giving the series its biggest ratings ever. Nearly 2.5 million people tuned into the premiere, a number that grew to 5 million in the following days. And that's not all. After the show's 2-year hiatus, the reviews are overwhelmingly positive. Critics and fans calling the new season, quote, absolutely exquisite and diabolically inspired. In fact, this season of White Lotus has a near perfect rating on Rotten Tomatoes, 96%, guys. This season is set in Thailand with the tagline, same luxury, new reservations. The White Lotus airs Sundays on Max. Did you guys see it yet?
I've seen the first 2 seasons.
They're cheating it up. The creepy music, the intro, it's so good.
A lot of mystery already. First episode.
Already, it's so good. All right, now our road to the Oscars. As Hollywood's biggest night gets closer, we're learning new details about who we will see on stage and on that red carpet. Right now, we can exclusively reveal some of the latest A-list stars set to present, and they include Sterling K. Brown. I hope he does that thing he does here.
Right.
Boom, 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 boom. Willem Dafoe, Ana de Armas, Lily Rose Depp, Selena Gomez, Goldie Hawn, Joe Alwyn, Connie Nielsen, Ben Stiller, and the one and only Oprah Winfrey. They join the illustrious group that already includes Halle Berry, Penelope Cruz, Robert Downey Jr., Elle Fanning, Whoopi Goldberg, Scarlett Johansson, Emma Stone, Bowen Yang. This show is going to be hot. And this year, actor Nick Offerman will serve as the show's announcer. This is fun. In between Conan O'Brien's hosting duties, and you guys can watch it all happen when the Oscars airs Sunday, March 2nd, 7 p.m. Eastern, here on ABC. We will keep bringing you the news as we get it.
It's amazing how you get all these exclusives.
I know,
amazing
isn't it?
how
I
you
know.
do
Breaking
that.
news, everyone. Hey, we have music news this morning for you. Selena Gomez is back. You know, she told fans the music part of her career might be over, or at least on hold for a while. But the singer has obviously reconsidered, revealing that she is teaming up with her fiance, producer Benny Blanco, for a new album called I Said I Love You First. And this morning, she is giving fans a sneak peek at a new song featuring none other than Gracie Abrams. Take a listen.
The tone. Please record your message.
Call me when you break up. I wanna be the first one on your mind when you wake up. I miss the way we'd stay up. We talk about forever when I'm taking off my makeup.
The tone. Please record your message.
Call me when you break up.
It's good. That little teaser there has 30 million views and counting. The song is called Call Me When You Break Up. And Gomez says it will be released very soon. Benny also teasing the collab with this TikTok video of Selena and Gracie. There they are, hanging out together. He says their upcoming album will chronicle their entire story. I think he means their story. Benny and Selena's, not Selena and Gracie. Benny and Selena, before they met, falling in love, looking to what the future holds. The album, again, is called I Said I Love You First. It drops March 21st. She is so talented.
Very well.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Woo! Making it, everybody. All right, finally this morning, this is the video you didn't know you needed, but I'm pretty sure you do. So please enjoy this horse strumming a guitar. Talented young man. His name is Upaya. He lives on a horse rescue farm. Hold on, come back in, Upaya. One more time, Upaya.
Come on.
Finale, buddy. There you go. He's in Southern California. This volunteer discovered Upaya's talent by accident when she was playing for him. He came over and joined right in. There you have it. Have a good day, everyone.
Where he wanted to play. Thank you, Lara.
Now the deals and steals, Tori is here with savings on solutions for the car and I guess for little pups as well.
Yeah, if you carry the pets. So, but we're starting with Drop Stop. This is the seat gap filler. So you and I were just talking about what can often be a little bit of a disgusting space between the seat and the console because stuff drops down there, right? So, you know, when you lose a French fry or some coins, you leave them down there. But when your phone drops down there or your keys drop down there, you become distracted. It's problematic. This helps to reduce driver distraction. So it's not only great for the cleanliness of your car, but it's also really good for the safety of drivers. If you've got a teen driver, they should absolutely have this, but everyone in the family should, because it's just these little strips right here. One for the driver's side, one for the passenger side. The seat belt fits right through there. It's their patented design. It's black, it's seamless, it's gonna just fit right in, and you will be safer and cleaner because of it. The set is $12.50 with our deal. It does. Okay.
Oh, I've seen this.
Yeah, this is Air Moto. So, you know what you've maybe experienced? You have like, you know you need some air in your tire, but you can't find a gas station with a workable air pump. And then when you finally do find that gas station, you don't have the quarters and you got to dig under the seat and try to find those quarters. And so this solves that. This allows you to take the device. It's so small, portable, goes right into your glove compartment. So anytime that there is a low tire, whether it is on a car, motorcycle, you could even use it on a lawnmower, golf cart, whatever has tires, this is going to help fill it so that you're always covered. We also have from them their tire plug kit, easy again. This is the kind of thing that you never want, but when you're stranded someplace and you just got to fix a repair, we got you covered, all 50% off today.
50%.
So smart. Another one that you hope you never need, but you're glad if you do, this is the Jump Smart. This will help to jump start your car. You can also use it, that little tiny, it's so small and compact, but it will go right to the motor of a car, a truck, a motorcycle, even a lawnmower for this one. It also has a flashlight built in there too, so it's got some extra safety devices if you need those as well. These are 50% off today, $80.
So compact.
So compact. And that's the benefit of these, so that you actually put it in the car.
That's true.
Okay, this is Sheet Shield. These are car seat covers. So pets, messy people, sweaty, adventures, any kind of reason that you want. Maybe the seats have been a little too well loved, and you want a little refresh. These are great because it's this really nice soft fleece on the outside. Then it's waterproof on the other side, so you don't have to worry about any kind of pet messes in the car. Even people with leased cars want to protect the seats to make sure that they're not going to get any surprise charges. These are really great. They fit. We've got the options for the front seat as well as the back seat, all 50% off today. Plus machine washable, odor proof. It checks every box. All right, Lusso Gear. They make just about every single kind of car organizer. So on the back seat of the car, you got a whole organizer there. For kids, we've got console organizers. We also have this, one of their most popular is this little tray for kids. Sits on their lap for either snacks. You could also use it on an airplane for snacks and then all the kids' activities. So if you've got a messy car, you just want to keep everything organized, there's options for kids and adults. They start at $10.
When you have that really precious cargo, those little kids like that.
Exactly. You want to keep them occupied, but organized as well.
And for other cargo.
Loop rope. Sal told me he's leaving today to go to Vermont, and he asked me could he take a loop rope with him to be able to put all of his gear on the roof. These replace bungee cords. So bungee cords can often snap back at you. These are designed to not snap back, so it's a safer alternative to bungee cords. You can also create an entire cargo net with these, and then use it even in small situations like this to store your gear. This is like one of the smartest products. $3 to $11, 50% off today.
Everything is so practical.
It's so smart.
Very smart. All right, Tori, you're going to be back. Tori, we're back tomorrow with even more solutions. And we have, of course, partnered with these companies on this morning's great deals. You can get them by just going to our website. And coming up, the Real Simple Smart Sleep Awards. You got to get some better sleep, don't we? We'll be right back. Hi, it's Robin, and I have been waiting 174 days to say this. Good morning, America.
Favorite day ever on DNA 12 years ago tomorrow. And Robin, tomorrow we're going to mark the anniversary.
Technically I'm 12 years old because you start from scratch. I'm not even a teenager yet. But tomorrow is going to be, I can't believe it's been 12 years, but tomorrow is going to be special because we're going to have these incredible donors whose one match gave a second chance to total strangers. We love these reunions and just the advancements that have been made over the last 12 years. So we're looking forward to that. and much more tomorrow. Thank you, George. Thank you, Michael. Lara?
Looking forward to that, Robin. And right now, we are about to talk sleep, one of our favorite topics around here. You know, we all spend about a third of our lives sleeping, so we know the value of a good night's sleep, and every year Real Simple does too. Real Simple magazine rounds up the best products to help you get one in its Smart Sleep Awards. Real Simple editor-in-chief Lauren Ionati is here with some of this year's award winners. You can shop for all of these on goodmorningamerica.com. I highly recommend it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing this priceless information. And I use that term seriously because the pillow is a splurge, but you guys say it's worth it.
Yes, this is the Purple Dream Layer pillow. We love it. It's
May I touch?
$179. Please, by all means.
$179.
But this was, of all the hundreds of products we tested over months and months, this was the one that got universally beloved. Everyone who put their head on this fell asleep.
Okay,
it's got this gridded coil in here that keeps you cool.
Like
you
grid?
Feel that? It lets the air flow.
Oh.
So it's like the next generation of memory foam, so it doesn't absorb your heat. I don't know if you have that hot thing sometimes, and maybe the cold thing sometimes, all the things. So this regulates your temperature really well.
What's going on here with this back thing?
And it's a removable layer. There are two. It comes with two of them. You just pull it out if you want like a lower sleep. You can put it back in if you need to prop up a little bit more. So you got a little bit of a custom experience.
It's very heavy. Just be prepared if you guys splurge on this. It is heavy.
You're gonna have to carry that home.
But you say it's well worth it.
It's really worth it.
Are these sheets which feel heavenly?
Yes.
Talk to me about the best sheet.
This is right out of the box. We have them on the bed here, and we have them over here so you can see the beautiful colors. These are the Bolin brand signature vintage wash sheets.
I like the vintage wash.
What it means is it's soft right out of the box, but it's still trim. They still look trim and tidy and pretty, which we love. We love a tidy bed at Real Simple.
Yes.
But they're 100% organic cotton. You know, they start at $249 for a full size, and you're gonna it's a little bit of an investment, but you're going to have them for years. And they actually get the dye gets nicer the more you wash them. It's a process called
like a
gradient.
great old T-shirt.
Exactly, just like that. You're going to feel as soon as you take them out of the box, you're going to be like, I belong here. This is where
and which
so comfy
Boll
and
and
cozy.
Branch? Because there are several. Which is the one?
This is the
vintage.
The signature vintage.
Signature
yes, exactly.
vintage. And again, I know it's an investment, but a third of our lives are spent in bed. You want to be comfortable.
Yes.
So
a third of your life,
consider.
if you're lucky. I mean, some of us spend some of that third not sleeping, and that's why
I think of most of us.
We have stuff like this.
And Sattva is a brand that claims it's luxury at an affordable price, and it really is. I actually own one of these and can't say enough about it.
This is a Sattva microcoil mattress pad. Now, we just have a sample here. You may have a bigger mattress than this.
So yeah, this is just to give you an idea of what the mattress feels like.
And you know this because you have one, you feel it. There are these coils underneath. So I think a lot of people, instead of we know we're not supposed to have our mattress for our entire lives, but instead of swapping them out regularly, which is cumbersome and expensive, they're getting a mattress pad that basically makes their mattress feel like brand new. And this is that kind of thing. So it's $265 for the full. But if you compare that to the cost of a mattress, it's cooling.
Oh,
it has
you're saying
these coils.
you can, in addition to the mattress, buy the mattress.
I'm saying instead of the mattress, you can buy the mattress pad if you're not ready to. If you're not ready for that big thing, get this instead, and you've basically made yourself feel like you have a new mattress.
I love that.
Much less expensive.
There you
and
go.
It's a
I didn't even know
product.
that they offered those, and it's so
everybody
big.
who landed on that had a good night's sleep.
Okay, fantastic. And I just want to say the mattresses themselves, very, very nice.
Yeah.
All right, now talk to me about this because I'm all for a gadget that helps me sleep. You really like this?
Oh, we love it. So it is a fancy gizmo. It is more involved. You're going to have to get the app. It's called the Hatch Restore 3, and it's alarm clock. It's going to help. This is for people who have a hard time winding down or have a hard time getting up. It's just, you can do bells and whistles for meditations before you go to bed, so it'll get you wound down. You can do blue light. You can do all kinds of calming lights.
Light therapy
sound,
really does
exactly,
work.
yes. And in the morning, when it's time to wake up, it'll awaken you like a Disney princess. I like to say, because it has you can do a sunrise that gets stronger, so it's like a golden peachy glow, and then the birds start singing, and you have all these things that you can do.
It's going to be a great day.
It's going to be a great day, everybody.
I love it.
The Hatch Restore 3. My kids have one. It's great. I mean, you customize it. It's involved.
If I can wake up like a Disney princess, I am in. That sounds fantastic.
A bird will land on your finger. That's part of the product.
Beautiful.
That's not part of the product.
And then finally, this is important.
This is the other end of the spectrum. This is the most simple. It's a humidifier.
Yep.
This is the
but
Pure
really
Guardian
critical, so you don't wake up so dry.
Right, and it's great for your skin. It's great for your nasal passage and everything. And we're supposed to be sleeping at 30 to 50% humidity, and we're not. In winter, it's dry outside. It's dry inside because of your heaters. This will take care of that. And we love this one the best because it's so simple.
Yep.
Turn it on. 3 settings. You choose and let it run. And it's easy to clean, and it's dead quiet. It's perfect. We
Thank
love
you
it.
so much. All of these are incredible and so easy for you guys because you can shop these +2 bonus products that we didn't have time for, but do check them out on goodmorningamerica.com, and you can see all of the award winners in the latest issue of my favorite magazine, Real Simple. It's on newsstands right now. Thank you for being
Thank
here.
you. Sweet dreams,
Thank
everybody.
you for the sleep. I'm so excited.
Now with Marvel's Daredevil, who's back on our screens with a brand new series called Daredevil, Born Again, following the lawyer and superhero who fights for justice in the courtroom and on the streets. Joining us now is Daredevil himself, Charlie Cox. Give it up for Charlie. You know, Charlie, thank you for being here, by the way.
Thank
you.
And
it's been a decade since you first started playing this character. How does it feel to put the suit back on?
Yeah,
again?
well, we were just talking about that. I
Yeah.
feel the body feels very different after 10 years. Yeah, no, it's a good feeling. It's it came as such a surprise. So I'm just, to be honest, I'm still pinching myself that I'm still here doing this.
and yeah, I mean, it must be a surprise. I said the show's already renewed for season 2. Filming starts later this month, but you found out that Daredevil was coming back as a surprise. How did that happen?
Right, yes, yeah. So no, we were on the cast and myself were on the stage at D23 in Anaheim, the Disney launch event, and it was on stage in front of, I think it was like 12,000 people that Kevin Feige announced we were doing season 2, and that's how we all found out. So we all walked off stage. We're like, great, I guess we're coming back.
Great, you gave me a little warning there, Kevin.
right.
How about that?
Yeah.
We're going to take a look at a clip of your work. Let's check it out.
I don't make it to Hell's Kitchen much these days.
Neither do I. By the look of it, you've come up in the world.
I could say the same about you.
Thank you.
You're a real man of the people now.
A rich man, by his very nature, is self-serving. A mayor serves his city.
Huh.
You don't seem entirely convinced.
Can you blame me? Considering you've tried to kill me a few times over the years.
Yeah, that would be a little difficult to trust. But the Marvel Universe, it is so expansive. So will we see Daredevil appearing along any other Marvel heroes?
Oh wow, gosh, I have no idea. I mean, look, that's the $1 million question. I would love that. Right now, I'm so focused on this show, and obviously we're doing season 2. But the opportunity potentially is there. You know, so now that we're part of the MCU, certainly those other properties might include me at some point, but who knows? I have no idea.
Yeah, well, it'll be a surprise, right?
Yeah, exactly. Another surprise. Yeah, I'll find out last minute.
But I'm just curious, when you're on stage and Kevin says we're bringing it back, what is the first thought that you have?
Well, it's nice to be working.
Yeah.
You know, in this environment, in the industry, not in the greatest shape. It's great to know that you've got a job for the next few months. That's the main thing. But you know, for me personally as well, like I'm very, as you said, I've been playing this character for 10 years. I feel very attached to it. It's such a great job to have. It's so much fun. I film in New York City. You know, it's cold at times.
Yeah.
You have to, get through the winters in a superhero suit. But it's a gift of a job.
And what about physically? How's the training for that? Tough?
Yeah, it's tough.
That's
it's
the
tough.
part. 10 years ago. I'm doing what?
Yeah, well, I was actually, when we were doing the last season, I was thinking, God, I don't remember it being this painful on my body. I seem to remember bouncing back a little quicker than I do now. But I certainly feel my knees more and my back more. But I wouldn't change it for the world. It's a gift, you know.
And we know you as a superhero, Daredevil, but your kids know you as a different type of superhero because you dressed up as Bluey for Comic-Con.
I did.
Comic-Con a few years ago.
I did, yeah. Well, I wanted to take my daughter. I wanted her to experience Comic-Con, and I wanted to be able to walk the floor. But obviously, you know, I need to kind of have some sort of disguise. So she went as Dorothy, and I went as what I called Gooner Bluey. Don't say you have an image. Oh no!
Yeah, of course we got an image. You know, we always got an image.
There you go.
And no one noticed you. No one bothered you.
So the yellow, because Bluey has a yellow tummy. So the yellow is my football team's away shirt, and then I found on Amazon. I found a little blue jumpsuit.
Well, you look good in that. You look great as Daredevil, man. We're looking forward to
I
it.
love Bluey, man.
Thank you for being here,
so
Charlie. Always
me.
great to see you. Daredevil, Born Again, begins streaming March 4th on Disney+. And now we're going to go to you, Ginger.
Thank you so much, Michael. Now to a chilling new true crime docuseries from ABC News Studios called The Fox Hollow Murders: Playground of a Serial Killer. It joins investigators going back into the case of a wealthy businessman accused of a number of murders and unearths more possible victims. Take a look.
I'd never seen that many skeletal remains. Thousands.
This killer, he's the Dahmer you've never heard of.
There were mannequins, almost like it was a club.
I felt the presence of evil.
Never before a face-to-face interview with a camera.
Why now?
Let me ask you, am I the evil culprit, the accomplice? I'd like to know how the audience views me.
The Fox Hollow Murders: Playground of a Serial Killer, only on Hulu.
The series is streaming now on Hulu. We've got a two for today. Here's a GMA first look at the trailer for a docuseries about the case that has rocked Boston, A Body in the Snow, the trial of Karen Reed. It's about the death of a police officer and the arrest and trial of his girlfriend, Karen Reed. The three-part series premieres on March 17th on Investigation Discovery and streaming on Max. Robin?
All right. Now to our Will Reeve, off the heels of the BAFTA win for Superman, the Christopher Reeve story. He is announcing a new primetime special, Will Reeve, Finding My Father. Well, he'll take us along as he relives the last expedition his beloved dad took before the accident left him paralyzed. Finishing the journey for him, finding a new understanding of his dad along the way.
I've always felt my father left something for me out there. For 30 years now, I've dreamed of taking a journey to the last places he visited. Hoping you take that jump. My father was my hero. To millions, he was Superman. I idolize and miss a different Christopher Reeve. Dad. My dad lived a life filled with epic adventure.
Oh man, this is great.
This was his last great expedition before he became paralyzed when I was just 2 years old. He then died of complications from his injury when I was 12. I've inherited some of my dad's sense of adventure and have carried it with me into my job every day at Good Morning America and across ABC News. I've waited 30 years to do this and share the experience with my father.
Your dad is my favorite superhero.
Thank you so much. Turns out, Dad did leave something for me out here.
Premieres next Wednesday night on ABC.
Will has been working on this for a few years, and it's a side of his father that many people have not seen, and it's one that he's really proud of and wants people to see. It is beautiful. It is beautiful. Will Reeve, Finding My Father, airs Wednesday, February 26th on ABC, and then streams the next day on Hulu. Coming up, I'm going to walk over because Tamara Hall is here. You got to wait till the commercial break, but I'm going to go get my head. Tamara Hall, here live. Season 7 coming up. I'm coming over.
Tamara Hall.
We are back with our friend Tamara Hall, the Emmy-winning talk show host, has lending her voice now to a new true crime docuseries on Freeform. It's called How I Escaped My Cult. Welcome back.
Good to be back. Good to see you.
Tell us about the series.
You know, it's a fascinating series, George. It is really the story of resilience and also what one individual can do to so many people. I did a crime show for 6 seasons, Deadline Crime, and when I thought about returning to the true crime space, the first thing that I thought of was really how or what people are capable of doing, but more than that, what we're capable of surviving. So this series digs into how people escaped modern day cults, what was the lure, and how they found really the courage to leave.
Let's take a look at a clip.
Lou had predicted that Trish was gonna die. We would have family meetings, and he said, well, you know, it's almost Trish's time to go. There's no emotion or anything in his voice. It just, that's the way it is.
This is about a cult leader in Kansas. We see him right there spending life in prison now.
Angel's Landing, and this man, Lou Castro, not only manipulated his followers, he used them to live this lavish lifestyle. So again, it is really about these individuals who are insidious, but they also are charismatic. They lure people who are looking for love, community, to be accepted.
Yeah, do you understand how people get lured into this?
Absolutely, and I think anyone can. I know people will often watch these shows and say, oh, that would never happen to me. No way, I'm too smart. My instincts, I would know. I tell people the job of some of these individuals is to trick you. you are open, and we look at the scam. I mean, look at all of our phones right now, spam alerts, all of this. At any point in time, we can let our guard down. And someone
and people
want to
believe and belong.
Absolutely, believe and belong. And you want to believe in the better of mankind or humankind. And in these cases, these people were tricked and manipulated. And in some of these cases, they ended up losing their lives, all because of trust.
Anything surprise you here?
Absolutely. How bad some people can be, but how good others are in response to that evil.
Got a lot going on right now. 7th season of your show is back.
Yes, thank you. That's the applause of the crowd. Yes, we just announced the millions that are watching. No, we just announced the renewal. ABC News, Disney backed the show from 2019 until now. So season 7 makes us the second longest running syndicated talk show in Disney's history.
Oh, wow. You also have a new children's
book? It's a tattoo that I have as well. Thank you.
I like it. And tell us about your new children's book.
Oh, yes, it's called Harlem Honey. It's inspired by my son Moses, who is now 5 years old. And at some point I discovered that I had a little boy who's very brave at home, but was a little more cautious in public. And I wanted to write this story to inspire parents to talk about fear, healthy fear, and what's on the other side, new places and new faces. So it's a love letter, and it gives parents a chance to talk about the real experience of being a child who is curious but also cautious, and how do we egg them on without creating, issues later on in their lives.
Important advice right there. Okay, thanks for coming in.
Thank you, George.
How I Escaped My Cult premieres tomorrow at 9 Eastern on Freeform, with new episodes airing Thursdays at 10, and the entire 10-part season will be available Friday on Hulu.
Do you have your dress for the Oscars?
I do.
The big reveal coming up. Have a great day, everybody.